So the highest rated portion of your credit score is your payment history. So when I talk about robbing Peter to pay Paul, y'all, I really am being honest about that. One of the things that people don't understand is that you are not considered late to the credit bureau, not to the credit collection. So not to Capital One, not to JP Morgan Chase. FICO, aka TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, is saying you are not late until you are 30 days past due. That is what impacts you. That's 35%, which roughly translates to 192.5 points. Okay. The next portion of the credit score is your utilization, which is 30% of your overall score. And that is how much available credit you have versus the credit limits that you were given on average. So if you have 7 cards, you would add up the total amount of the limits for each 7, and then you would divide that total by 7, and it needs to be at 7%. So what I do to my children, or the people that come to me when I see their credit reports, when they leave me, they understand where they're supposed to be in the 700 club and where they need to be in the 800 club. The 700 club, you need to be using 20% or lower just in this area. The 800 club is 10% or lower. So 20% or lower for the 700, 10% or lower for the 800 club. That 30% is worth 165 points roughly.
Okay.
The next segment is age. Remember, I was telling you that story about my friend who thought she was the boss. Okay. She ain't gonna listen to me. So she went and got what she wanted. That is worth 15% of your overall score, which roughly equates to 82.5 points. Okay. Then the age again is how old is your account? Divide that by the amount of accounts you have. You look at the age, you add the age up, divided by the amount of accounts you have. What is the average? If you do not have 7 or higher, you're leaving points on the table. Okay.